Alright, so last time we finished the about section, and it's time for adding the experience section, which will telling you what are my skills, what tools I use, what technology am I proficient with, or I use recently. I've been using or learning recently. So for that, again, you have to go and create a partial of experience experience.scss, and we'll be creating a section again, which will be experience.js. And let's just put this over here. You know what, let's just close everything else. Apart from the about page, actually, I wanted the about page. And let me just close everything else before that. Let the app be there, and we'll open the about page. I'll tell you why I'm talking about the about page, because there is something I need to copy from there. And similarly, let's just close all the old CSS, which we are completely done with for now. I don't need the about page anymore, and none of this global, and okay, these are fine, and let the data also be right over here. Alright, so for the experience dot for the experience JSXY, we will be needing uh, again we will be needing to access the data file again, which will be in turn which will be exporting this experience object, which contains the icons, the tools, and the technologies, which in turn the tools contain different tools which I'm using, and they have icons of its own. The icons are the icon of the higher category, which is tools and technology, and the technology have different sets of technology, which I am gonna put it over there. So this again is simple JSON kind of an object which I'll be using, and for that I'll be taking in this, and then I'll be just changing it to okay, React Arrow functional component. I don't know why my emit is just not working. It feels like it should be working, but it's just not working. It's just so slow right now. And we're gonna import experience. Alright, so with that being done, let's start with doing this. We're gonna make a section again, which will be having a name of experience, experience, yeah, and ID of skills. Again, this comes from the navbar and the nav element component. Again, we'll be having an h2, which will be having a name of title, and here we'll be having what I do. I don't know if that's the right way to spell, right grammar for that, but it works fine for now. Then we'll have an experience in a div. Oh god, I forgot to this, and again for emit what I'm using, but it's not showing up. I'm just tapping control and space, and it just shows up all the emit or all the possibilities for me. Then we'll be adding in the title again. Wait a minute. Oh god, this is gonna be difficult. Okay, we'll just name it as inner titles. So yeah, that makes sense. So we'll be having an h3, or rather a div. Now it will be a div, yeah. So this will be an inner title, and we'll make it twice. Oh wait a minute, twice. because there are two internal columns which we are going to be using. For that, we need two different divs. So now the inner, before that, we need to create two inner data, which will be, again, now this this might seem a little out of hand, but listen, just trust me with this. So we will be needing a div named as inner underscore inner data, which will be twice, inside of which we need inner title, and that will be once, and then inside of which we'll be needing a singular div. So we'll just add div. Okay, why? Okay, let's just do this, and then I'll add the div on my own. Actually, it should be a plus a dot. Say upon our name is just tools. So if I do this, I should just change this to tech, I guess. I'll just change this one to technologies. Alright. So this is a structure right now. And now the inner title will have, the inner title will have an H3, which will be just tools, and here it will be having an H3, which will be technology. So let me just paste that again. Yeah, I will just make the T capital. By the way, you can do this in your CSS also by changing the text style to be capitalized. But I just prefer to do when it's like smaller things. I just prefer to do it on my own. Unless I'm working with a big para, the para has to be a sentence case. All right, so now what we are going to do inside of tools is we are going to take, now again, experience, if you remember, had tools and tech in it, and also over here in the inner title we are going to add the logo for it. So what we are going to do is we are going to take experience again. Actually, let me just copy that. So it will just save me from all the indentations, the dots and everything. And inside of this, what we are going to do is I'm going to paste this thing. Now this is not the best naming strategy, but it just works for me at that point. I didn't know any better name for it to be applied. So yeah, here it is. Experience inside of tools. What we're going to do is we have to experience.tools.map. We're going to take the icon and the name from data again, and let me just show you the experience object inside of that tools has icon and object. We're going to destructure it, and then we are just going to place icon as icon and name as name. And I'm saying this label should be 0 area label. It's just a SEO thing, and well, it's good to have them. I've not completely learned about them now, but I just know so it's like if you know about it, use them properly. I'm not sure if it should be here or shouldn't be here, but I'm just using it because I've learned about it recently. Also, let's do the same for the technology. So I'm gonna just copy this again, come over here, paste, save everything, and again come over here for this part. We'll just do this and save everything again. So this should load in everything. Now let me just go and add it to our main. So we're just going to do experience. Come on, Amit. Did I spell it correctly? Yes. Okay. I don't know why it's getting so slow. It didn't even self-import it. So again, it did. It was a little slow for that. I don't know what's happening. So now if we open the page, you can wait. What? What? Yeah, just save. I forget to save it every now and then. So now if I refresh this page, everything should be loaded in. My system's acting a little back, maybe because of the continuous recordings which I'm doing. Even FPS is a little down, but it's fine, I guess. Something broke. I don't know what broke. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Forgot about that. I named it the same thing. Yeah, I had purposely misspelled this spelling, but this time I guess I spelled it correctly. I purposely misspelled the experience spelling over here, so that I don't go into that lock. So what happens is I'm importing experience, but then again I'm using a called experience, so, and I'm giving it a function call, which is a little bit confusing for React on like what the hell am I doing? So changing everything, and it's getting warm over here. This is on the fan a little bit, and what it should be working. Oh, I didn't. I forget to save it. All right, now it should be working just fine. What the hell? Alright, let me just refresh this and it should be, yeah, everything is getting loaded in, all the technologies and the names and everything. Okay, now again, time for the fun part, the fun CSS or CSS. So we're gonna start with experience. Where is it? Oh, yeah. So we're gonna start with dot experience, and again, you have to give it a styling experience. Let me just copy it from here. All right, and we're gonna give it a padding of or 5%, or I guess let's give it a padding of 8% all around. Give it a background color. Now this is also gonna be a colored colored section. So background is gonna be color, not gonna be the default like the about page, because it just makes it more interesting to work with the page. So you're going through a dull colored with a bright line, and then you're changing it to something else. So design wise, it's gonna be looking more nice. So let me use position relative, because I'll be adding a pseudo element inside of it, and a margin of, yeah, margin top of like 3M. Again, I will be telling you why I'm adding that once you understand the pseudo element which I'll be adding in. And I guess apart from that, there is the H2, which is already getting all its styling, but I want to give it a little bit more size, so I'm going to give this one a special styling thing. And also going to do text transform to it. So if let me just check the globals to see everything is be done. I didn't add any. Why didn't I add any? Okay. Well, for this one in particular, I have to add a little bit um, more than just whatever, more than just width or text align and everything. I have to add everything at once. So there is going to be some margins, some padding, and I would love to have it to be one M in the bottom, but it just doesn't look good as much. So I'm having a variable run cycle. So if I save this now and we look at the page, why is it So what? Why is it stop refreshing? Like I remember when it, like if I change something, it. Wait a minute. Did I not? Yeah, I didn't import it. That's why. Experience. Uh, experience. And yep, I forgot this. So now if I save this, it should be refreshing on its own. Yeah. All right. Yeah. This is the title. This is the title. Again, why am I doing this? I'm giving it a border color similar to the same as my background is because I will just copy and paste this because there is a lot of things in it and I don't want to type everything in because of this pseudo element having which will be having a clip part. I didn't want to do transform on it. I thought this clip part would be a lot more easier if you want to do and I got this clip part from like I've already done all that things. So it's a lot better. And if I just refresh this page and ah! So now if you look at it, it's a lot different. It's on top of everything and everything because it is absolute. I'm giving it a z-index of 1. If I give it a z-index of 0, it will just go behind the border, so behind the background. So if I save this now, oh god, not the page. Yeah. If I save this now, this will go behind the border, which is not good. Like it doesn't look good, and everything is still below. And if I like it's I thought it was better to be keep it at 1 and then keeping everything else as z-index 2 will just make it a lot more easier for me to understand everything. So yeah, okay. Now what we are gonna do is we are gonna go for the inner. Yeah, the H2 is done. Now we're gonna go for the inner, and you're gonna start styling that. Now the inner is also gonna be relative, and you're gonna have a z-index of 2. So everything just comes up. So again, let me just do this and oh god, inner is position relative. Now keep in mind until and unless I give a top, bottom, or left, right to a position relative, it really doesn't change anything. Just that z-index can take place. Oh Jesus. Okay, 100p and then a z-index of 2. So now if I were to save this, see everything just comes on top and it looks good. I don't. Yeah, there is my tools still. These are my trees which are down there. After you restyle them too, there is another tree. So okay, let's try to style them now. Rather, I'll also just paste this in. This is a media query. Again, this looks good. This being one stacked on one top of another for mobile, but I want it to have a grid view when it has a column. I want it to have a column view for like desktops and any bigger display. So at 55 ms, we want to go to display grid, which is going to make the system work a lot more simpler. Now we are going to go for inner data. So let's just nest it. So dot inner underscore data, and we are gonna give it a width of 100%. Okay, yeah, 100%. gonna give it a margin bottom from about like 15 pixels. We're gonna climb it from like 15 pixels, so like 1 RAM to 2 VW to like 1.95 RAM. This is gonna be about 30 pixels. I'm doing this math mentally, so do not uh, do not quote me for that. Okay, now comes the dot inner titles. This are also gonna have a text align of center or text align center and a margin bottom of uh, let me just say 1 M for now. Mm, and then the SVGs inside of this, which are the elements, I'm gonna give it a height of, I don't know if this really works, but I'm gonna give it this. It reduces to almost 10 viewport height. If I save this now, didn't I give it media? I did it. I'm sorry for that. Refresh. Okay, I don't know. Why isn't anything showing any difference? Oh yeah, because of this. I forgot the underscore and everything got this a little bit messed up. And it's inner data experience inner. It's two, right? Yeah. And there is inner data inside of it. And then there is inner titles in which we have the SVGs and which will be having the H3. Alright. Here for H3s, I will just copy and paste this. So it's a lot easier. It's just the variable height I'm giving them a color of black. I wanted to give it a color of background dark, but it doesn't really look, it almost looks like black. So I'm just keeping it black. Oh my god, man. Let's just save this. Why isn't it taking any changes? I'm not. What so wrong? Oh, no, it's right. Yeah, it's right. It should be inside of this only. Okay, I must have done any mistakes over here. Um, no, it should be working perfectly fine. I'm not sure what went wrong, but let me just give me a moment. It's not getting any style. Does the inner title have any style? It doesn't have any style. Does the inner data have any style? Inner data indeed does have style. Okay. The inner title is not getting any style because I did not save the. Oh God. I forgot to save the JS file. That's why. Oh God. That's just such a stupid way to just waste time. Okay. Oh God. Alright, the tools and everything is not set. Now we go down to the tools and technology. So the title part is done. So this is done. No time for doing this. Okay, so for dot tools and dot technology, dot tools dot technologies, we'll be giving a margin of 0, which is, I guess, by default, but still I'm going to just declare it explicitly. A display flex plus padding of 5 plus what is flex wrap? Display content plus display content. Okay, 5 pixel, and yeah, I'm going to justify content space around, align item to the center, and we're going to give it flex wrap. I'll tell you why I'm giving a flex wrap of wrap, because if you see, let me just show you without it. Oh my god, what's wrong? Gonna Why is everything just broken? Oh, because I'm in the title. I shouldn't be in the title space. Yeah, I should be outside the title because I'm literally outside the title. This is not a part of the title. It's outside the title. Yeah. So now it should update these. Yeah, they're part of inner data, so it should be working. Oh my god, man. Well, I'm gonna start auto saving. But auto save actually saves my life sometimes. I see a lot of bugs and error messages on the screen, but it's still fine. Okay, am I missing something? Because even this went up. This shouldn't be going up because, well, this will just take care of that. Just in a minute, I guess. I don't know what I'm missing. I did give it a display flex, right? So, technologies. Oh, I forgot the comma. I'm so. God, man, I'm so. Yeah, that's much better. And now if I refresh this page, because my that just broke, so my CSS won't be updated. Here you go. Now if I don't have flex wrap, what's gonna happen is gonna cramp everything just in that one line, which doesn't look good. So flex wrap is the way to go. So it automatically just take care of, yeah, this is where it's supposed to be. This is where it's gonna be. I also forgot to add this over here. So now if it auto saves, uh, yeah, the technology part also comes in between. Now, I know this looks way too big than this, and we're gonna take care of that because we are gonna go into tools or the items, and then we're gonna check. We're gonna fix on that. So inside of tools and technology, we have dot item, which will again have a margin of none plus width of like fit content. Sorry, and actually, no, I don't want a margin of none. I want to give it a margin bottom of like 10 pixels. So if I were to refresh this. Yeah, there is a little bit of margin over there, so they're not sticking to each other from the bottom. And then what we do is we go into the icon and the p tag, and we're gonna make it have 100% width. So I'm just gonna copy this. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be there only. And we just stop the autosave again because now I don't think I have any issues. So it's gonna change the text to be black, and now we are gonna go into the SVG, which are gonna be inside the icon. So dot icons inside of the SVG, and I know this is a very CSS kind of a thing, but I'm gonna change this height to be variable, which is I don't think it really works, but just in case it starts, just in case it works, it works. And inside of this, we have the part element, which I'm gonna manually fill to black, and I'm gonna add a transition, even though the transition doesn't really do anything. And we are gonna give a and for every item which we hover over, yeah, yeah, and when we hover over any item, the fill should be converted to the blue color. So now if it's saved, now if you come and hover, okay, what the hell? Should be working. Something broke. I don't know what broke. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot to add this. So now if I save this, everything is working just fine. And if I hover over it, yeah, everything is working just fine now. If I hover over any of this, it's going to change the color to the background color. It's very visible only on the block kind of thing, so React and Node and Sass, you're not really able to see it, but something like Photoshop and Premiere Pro, you're able to see it very clearly. Okay, so this is, I think, it. Yeah. So this is all of the experience part of the thing. And the next part is a little big, the project part. So the work section, which is going to be basically two different components which we're going to be using. One will be the featured part, and another one will be the other, which will be showing all my public repos which are on GitHub. So we will be working on that in the next video. So see you then.